Good stuff, man. Good shit. Good shit. Had a good day. A lot of good stuff to talk about. See, a lot of people here don't understand how much goes into making a show. I talk for an hour straight, and it's not easy just to come up with subject matters. But usually during the day, stuff just happens and it becomes real easy to talk about. So today I have plenty of shit to talk about. How you guys doing? YDBT Daily. We're going to talk a little shit today for an hour. YDBT Dailies are 1 hour long from 5 p.m. to 6 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Talking shit is on Tuesday, 8 p.m. to 9:30 p.m. and Peasant Chat, 9:30 a.m. on Sundays. Okay, so ignorance is not an excuse. The screenshot that I have is one of the guys in Matrix when he wanted to be reintegrated into the Matrix because he wanted to rat out on his people and he wanted to be put back into the Matrix, become someone famous. He was just sick and tired of living outside of the Matrix and hating life. So he wanted to just make it easy, aka unemployment. Right? Most of you motherfuckers that got the unemployment check, didn't pay rent, you're outside of the Matrix. And it sucked. No, I'm sorry, you're in the Matrix. I apologize. If you took a government fucking unemployment money being able to work, then you were in the Matrix. And once you got outside of it, aka work, regular life, it sucks, you hate it, and you want to be back in it. So let me talk to you guys about ignorance. And ignorance, I'm not saying you're stupid. I'm saying you're choosing to not know. Motherfuckers not know. Literally, Chris Rock say? Motherfuckers, he said the N-word, which I will never say. He goes, N-words love nothing better than not knowing the answer to your question. Crazy stuff. Let's say hi to the people here. We'll talk some shit, get going. Miguel Cruz says, let's go, Brandon, aka fuck Joe Biden. JD Swag's in the house. Hello. Stop being to hit the like button. Orderly Holmes, first time catching live. Second Shift Racing's in the house. He's becoming a regular watcher and he is a member. Thank you very much. Eliza's S550. Robo Style, Matt Maynard, Blake Bailey, Angel H, Agent Orange, Eliza again, Angel Jovel, EPA, the Cookie Man. He goes, okay, I watched some Elephant Foot and Demon Core. What else you got? Bob Lazar, Element 115. Bob Lazar, Element 115. Fucking phenomenal little series there. Joseph Alvarado, Tongue Punch, My Fart, Pipe. I read the Demon Core thing last night. Freaking nuts. And he says it shows you how stupid people are. People didn't know. People had no idea back then what it was like. According to Bob Lazar, them trying to reverse engineer a spaceship has killed many scientists because they don't know. They have no idea what it is. Innocent New Edge, Miniback Madman, Angel Jovel, Alex, don't forget 27 million. Unbelievable. Jared Wells, Redbird, head the fuck up. Grad, Fresh Pasteles. Where's Kanye Asada? He's not here. Cuban Coyote checking in. Screaming 03. Jason Babal, Anthony J. Diego Flores, Dixon Herize, Michael Day. Okay. Let me tell you what I think ignorance is. You buy, let's say, a nitrous kit. You have no idea what jets are in it. You install it. You do you have a shop install it. They install it. They don't spray it. Now it come time for you to spray it. The tuner goes, all right, well, how much of a shot you got in there? I don't know. Whoa, wait, what? I don't know. What do you mean you don't know? I don't know. I just bought the kit and put it in. Can you just tune it? What? Turbo kits. Let's talk about turbo kits. There are turbo companies out there or people that build your car and they decide to put ridiculous size springs in the wastegates. In my most humble of opinions, the biggest spring you should have on the wastegates is 7, right? 7. Because you can, with a boost controller, typically triple the boost amount that the springs are producing. So if you have a 7-pound spring, you can go up to 21. If you have a 10-pound spring, you can go to 30. But some people are putting 12-pound springs, giving the car to the customer. Customer has no idea what size springs is in it. And I say, get me a wide open throttle pull and let me see what it's doing. and I see air load go through the roof. And I go, whoa. Luckily, because we limit your file, we limit your file to 5,000 or 6,000 RPMs initially, because we always like dialing everything in on pump gas, because you guys are going to want a pump gas tune. So we start on pump gas. We say, here's a pump gas tune. Give me low boost numbers. Let's go. Idle slow revs look good. Beautiful. If we adjust, we send R1 or R2, and then we say, okay, give me a wide open throttle pull. If it's a 10R80 car, do it in fourth gear, 3,500 to 6,800. Sure enough, air load is 2.2. I go, what the fuck? What is happening? What? Did you turn on the boost controller? No, Alex. What size springs are in it? I don't know. Let's say you buy a 3.0 Whipple and it has a 2.9 pulley, 2.875 pulley. And you said, let me put a 20%. And let's start on pump gas. And you fail to tell the tuner. A lot of people do that. A lot of people say, I'm not going to tell the tuner. I think it'll be fine. Tuner asks for a wide open throttle pull and he goes, what in the fuck pulley combo do you have? You told me it was 10 pounds of boost on pump gas. I'm seeing north of 15 and 18. Well, I didn't know it was going to be an issue. Ignorance is not an excuse. Back in the day, old motherfuckers would never do that. Fox body guys would never install parts blindly without knowing generally what the parts do. Generally what the parts do, right? So nowadays, people are just installing parts on their cars, not even knowing what it does. Hey, Alex, I ported my throttle body. You did? Yeah, now it's idling really high. Well, congratulations, you ruined your throttle body. No, it's cool. The guy who ported the throttle body, the guy that has never tuned in his life, especially Coyote platform, tells me you can just tune around it. Really? Why don't you tell him what I need to do in the tune to change shit? Oh, he got back to me. He said that he doesn't know. So how the fuck does he know that I can adjust that? I can't. He made it untunable. I cannot physically bring down your idle. That sucker is leaking air in the rested throttle position. And I can't go negative what's stock. I can't shut it more than it's already shut. So a lot of people are just getting parts. I bought cams, Alex. You bought cams? What's done to your car? Stock manifold. Stock manifold? You bought cams, comp stage 3s, stock manifold, pump gas. What are you expecting out of this? 500 wheel. And therein lies the issue with everything. I was very happy that Facebook went down for 8 hours. I had hopes that someone went in there and deleted it off of the internet, because it will at least give people a little harder time to research some stuff. Because if you do your research, you will probably come out more informed than if you allow Facebook and Instagram to influence your decision making. Because let's be honest, when you're on the shitter, you're on Facebook or Instagram. When you're in the shower, you're on Facebook and Instagram. Right before bed, you're on Facebook and Instagram. And you go, oh, this guy has cams. This guy has a Cobra Jet. This guy ported his intake. This guy ported his throttle body. This guy did this. I'm going to do everything he did and run his number. Then you figure out later that the guy weighs 500 to 600 pounds lighter than you. He sits totally different than you because he got hashtag Milwaukee built. Milwaukee Sawzall and hole saw built. And you were like, but what? So, if you buy a turbo kit, guys, become a turbo expert. I didn't give two shits about the 6R80. Then I bought the red car. And then I learned a lot about the 6R80. Asked Jake a bunch of questions. Asked Jake mechanical things. And on the mechanical aspect, so I'm tuning it with mechanical background access. I'm like, okay, I am well informed to make a decision. I got this. So people were like, Alex, what are you going to do? I said, I'm going to stick 373s in it and a 6F converter. Oh, that's too big. Shut up. I know more than you about this subject. And sure enough, it's been a pretty damn quick car. If anything, I need 26s. I need more gear. I'm not afraid of gear, okay? If I have a Gen 3, like I have a Gen 3 manual, I would stick 456s in the back if I could. Because I can shift to 8,200 RPMs. It's got a 6-speed. Things will be fine. So if you buy a turbo kit, guys, become turbo experts. If you buy a blower kit, sit down and know everything about that turbo. Do you know, guys, that there are guys out there that think that the N-Gage only spits out what they see in front of them? There are guys right now stuck in the 6 matrix screen, the one that has 6 parameters, and go, well, that's all it reads. Excuse me? Yeah, no, I don't know. How come it doesn't read anything else? You have like 150 things to pick from. Have you never taken the time to learn everything about the N-Gage? Google it, YouTube it, everything? No, I just thought that's all I could see. Then we have to walk them through the process. Ignorance is not an excuse. And that is literally ignorant people that want spoon-fed info. Spoon, what should I do? What should I do? How do I do it? Why don't you research it? Guys with the Demon Core, they started doing dumb shit. They all died. Now people went, oh, we can't do that. We can't put those two halves together because everyone fucking dies from the inside out. They boil from the inside out. So when I get a phone, I sit there for days figuring everything out that I can. And then when I can't figure out, I'll Google, YouTube, or read the manual. Do you know that there are people to this day that don't know that their second key on their Mustang can be set up as a valet key? The second key on your Mustang can be set up as a valet key, meaning you can limit the radio, you can limit the volume, you can limit the RPM, you can limit mile per hour. You can limit a whole bunch of shit right through the car with the second key that can be made your valet key. So I tell people when they say, Alex, can I get a valet tune? Excuse me? Yeah, I'm going to drop it off at the auto body shop. Can I get a valet tune? You know your second key can be set up as a valet key, right? No. So go to your glove box, pull down on the tab. See that big book? That's an owner's manual. It's set, dude. So as tuners, you have no idea how often we have to spoon feed people information that they can find easily available on the internet, like super easily available on the internet. Again, if you look hard enough, you can become a structural engineer. You can become very well informed in many subjects just by sitting there and doing some research. But people are just ignorant and they want spoon-fed info. Give it to me now. I want it now. I don't want to learn anything. I just want to roll out. FL2K is coming up. It is Wednesday. People are still not ready for FL2K. Could you imagine knowing an event was going to take place a year in advance and you're still not ready for Florida 2K? What? That's absolutely mind-blowing. And I think it's a mental disorder. I really think people like to be rushed. And then what happens? They rush us. And then when we say, dude, we got 70 other guys that are rushing. I can't just stop what I'm doing and focus on you only. Because there's a bunch of 70 other dumbasses that had a whole year to build a car, vet it, race it, dial it in. But now they need us the week before a quote unquote big event. Ignorance is not an excuse. I'm sorry. Ignorant. I will not sit there and go, I'll help you out. Because what am I getting out of it? A headache. And then even if I help you out, or if I say, hey, I can only help you out a little bit before the event, they go on Facebook and they go, fuck Alex, fuck Lund. They didn't suck my dick because I was rushing to get ready before FL2K. And there's like 30 guys doing that right now. Luckily, my guys, the guys I'm dealing with, I said, are you planning to do anything anytime soon? Yup, let's get it dialed in now. And everyone I'm dealing with, luckily, gets it that if they do something stupid, I call them out right here. So at least this is a deterrent to doing dumb shit. At least this is like, I don't want to be on Alex's live stream, him calling me out on some dumb shit. So guys, if you have an event, Get ready a month in advance. If you don't know anything about turbos, learn about wastegate springs, learn about boost controllers. If you don't know anything about pulley sizes, learn. Call the blower manufacturer, learn how much it is and what kind of fuel is tolerant or is good for that boost level. If you have an N gauge, learn everything about it. There's a bunch of stuff on YouTube and Google everywhere to know every little thing about the N gauge. I mean, every little thing about. I can name PIDs fuck, shit, motherfucker, and cunt. I can name short-term fuel trims your mother's ass. I can go in there and change the name, but I know it's short-term fuel trims. How do you do that? I researched how to do it. It's very simple. You just look it up on the internet. It's unreal. So anyway, talked a little bit about ignorance not being an excuse, because at the end of the day, you're just lazy. And it is not up to people like me that have access to things to bail you out of situations because you're lazy, stupid, or ignorant. Because ignorant to me means you know better. You choose to ignore it because of laziness. Nick Rogers gave me some channel support, and BC Beast became a Puti level member. Love ya, love ya, love ya. You can get the damn owner's manual in a searchable PDF and put it on your phone, says Ken McAllister. Tongue punch, my fart pipe says ignorance is not ignorance, is laziness. I think it's both. Honestly, I think it's both. I think they go hand in hand. Then they proceed to blame me. I have been blamed for so many fucking things that I just want to say, no, you're just an ignorant, lazy motherfucker, you know? And you can't say that in the ticket system. Then they want to talk to you. They didn't. Oh, let me talk. Here's my phone number. I'm not talking to you. I want a record of our conversation, because for the moment you say Alex has treated me badly, I will tell John Jr. or John Sr., show me in the ticket system where I've treated you badly. Because on the phone, you bet I'm going to talk to you like a fucking man. You don't want me on the phone. If you think I'm bad in the ticket system, you do not want me on the fucking phone. So trust me, it is better for you to stay in the system. Make sure that there is a record of all conversations, that it is something to be reviewed by management. Because trust me, when you guys get frustrated, we're going to look at the ticket system and go, we didn't say anything off kilter. We got you tuned in a timely manner. You're just a cuck. What years have that second key setup? I don't think my 11 has the technology. Yes, it does. My 2011 Mustang had a my key setup. How do you do it? Google the motherfucker, or look at your instruction or your owner's manual. It says it right there. Bandman's Flows gave me $10 for channel support. Thank you very much. Alex, but I'm a firm paying you to customer take care of me first. Exactly. Read. What is that? Alex wants us to read. Jokes on him. Affirm FTW. See you at FL2K. Nice. Where's Clip Clop? Yes, Matt Jones. Got it. We got people. Okay. But Alex, what is a PO123? Siri didn't know. Every single time someone asks me, Alex, do you know what this code is? I literally Google it and screenshot the Google thing for you. And you know what? Most people don't understand that. Most people go, oh, thanks a lot. And I'm like, no, I'm showing you that you could have Googled it yourself. Like, you can Google anything yourself. But for whatever reason, people want to ask the tuner as if we know every single little code the car spits out. The ones I know the most are PO420, PO430. You're missing your cats, and we can't do shit about that. And it's going to kick codes, and you're going to fail inspection because we don't defeat emissions. Just can't do it. You physically can't do it. Even the term defeat emissions sounds stupid. Let's say I did have access to those codes, right? Let's say I did shut off those codes. When you go get tested, it's going to pop like, hey, it's not supported. This isn't good. Defeating emissions means the car will have readiness monitors ready to go when you have no emissions equipment. And we literally can't do that. It'll show as like not supported or something like that. So no, we literally cannot defeat emissions by definition. My mom always told me, los huevos trabajan doble. Whatever the fuck that means. I didn't know the 2011 did that valet key. I'm going to research that now. Thanks. It does. It literally does. The valet key. It's called the My Key setup. My Key. How do you think the Boss 302 is able to have a red key and a regular key? You have a regular key, turn it on, thing drives like normal. Then you get the red key out, put that sucker in, and it changes the tune to all together. It's in there. It's programmable in the body control module, and the tuner or the computer. People lack critical thinking. How do you become a member? Sorry, don't blast. Just would like to contribute. So let's do it together because Let's do it all together. So you're going to need a computer. Okay. So get off of your fucking iPhone. And I'm not going to tell you, I'm not going to tell you how to do it. You go to YouTube. All right. And let me see. You go to my channel. So let's go to your channel. You can see the shit I was watching today. You go to the About section of my channel. And right here, join. Whoop. So I will copy this. Put this in the chat. Boom. Boom. And then I want to see if I could sticky this sucker or pin it. I'm going to pin the message. And there you go. Now we are pinned to the top how to join the show. There you go. Hopefully that helps you out. Thoughts on poor man's Cobra Jet? No idea what you're talking about. Alice, can you shut off the EPA with a tune? No, I cannot. Plus, if they sniff test, you can't tune away not having cats. It says never let off. But the EPA, for whatever reason, thinks that we are defeating emissions like Volkswagen did. And it is not even close. 6R80 with clutches, intermediate shaft, 4200 hub. What should I expect in reliability around 800 horsepower with periods of 1,000 horsepower? So the intermediate shaft, the forward shaft is also something that you're going to potentially have to look at. The last weak link seems to be the billet one way and the forward shaft, and those can bust. Like my 800 plus horsepower, 900 plus horsepower right now, Fairmont has a stock forward shaft, stock one way. And it's been really good, but I know that at any point it can go. My red car, because it was a heavy pig on a 1-2 shift, broke the main shaft. Not the intermediate, the main, I forget what it's called, but I only had reverse. So it broke a certain shaft that is now made out of billet, and they have the option of a billet one way. So a Billy Badass built 6R80 is going to cost you like $7,000, maybe more. So be ready for that. So are you telling me programming the key from Ford is an emissions defeat device? That is interesting. So the Ghost Cam Idle tune supposedly on the Boss 302 with the red key is emissions compliant, which I don't know how. Like I literally don't know how. Safari YouTube Alex, channel magic. Okay. No emissions are considered defeated because the car still emits emissions stock. What they mean is second shift racing is that we can make it pass without the proper emissions equipment, and we cannot. If we shut off, if we have, number one, if we have access to that, blame the fucking software manufacturer. Number two, if we did have access to it and shut it off, it will still throw a unsupported code. It'll say it's unsupported. It's unsupported. It is not. Sorry, sir. This thing is not going to pass inspection because it's unsupported and everything needs to be ready. Why is your shirt color race red? Is your shirt no, it's like a salmony pink. It's changing. I think the light on the camera is fucking with it. If I change the filter, it'll change to something else. Yeah, see, like this is more of a natural light. The other one's like a browner light, just to make my skin a little darker. And it was just fucking with the camera. Will you guys Ghost Cam tune Vortec car, reputable shop? Told me you guys won't. Maybe I need to stick to Peasant Chats, Max Hendrick. Yeah, why not? If it's a Gen 2, sure. If it's a Gen 2, we could do it. If it's a Gen 1, I think only 13, 14 stick cars get it done. So if you have a 13, 14 stick car, yes. If you have, but not PD blower, only Vortex, stock auto body applications. Don't ask why. Just don't fucking ask why. But anything Gen 2 and up, we can Ghost Cam for sure. So I don't know where your info is coming from. Where is Tony? Tony's asleep. Tony, I tired him out. Like, there's a Greyhound in the complex, and they went to the park, and that Greyhound is lightning. I couldn't believe how fast this thing was. It was like shocking to the eyes. And Tony was like, I can keep up, and he was fucking zonked. So I'm like, good, he's asleep. Matt Jones says, opening an Affirm account for $72.60.99 for Beefcake Vortex Special. Got it. Yeah, car won't go readiness with the sensors turned off. Exactly, says 11-second clips. My Boss 2 has a lone tune. The red key is garbage. It is garbage. It is garbage. But look, certain tuners can tune the red key. I don't know the advantage of that. I really I guess the ability to turn a Ghost Cam on and off with a key, I guess, is desirable, but gay. I notice a lot of people like to get spoon-fed instead of doing the work themselves. Do you know how many guys I know that have money, and this is most rich guys, but have money, and they'll sit there in front of their car, barely knowing what's done to it, but knowing that it runs 9s or 8s. And they'll, yeah, it's got a big injector. Yeah, it's got turbos. And then a guy like me or someone that really knows about car, what size AR, well, what compressor are they ball bearing? Are they journal? What size? What are you seeing for inlet air temps? What are you seeing for, what are you using for a boost controller? What do you have the ramp set to? Is it an AMS? Is it an AMS 1000? Is it a boost leash? Is it a, I mean, he's going to go, I just pay a shop to do all that, but it's, and I'm like, oh, so you don't know a goddamn thing. You just pay to get it done. Then there are guys that are completely the opposite. They know every single little thing about the car, but not how to actually manipulate it. They remembered all the shit that their tuner or builder gave them, but then when it comes time for them to make the adjustments at the track based on track conditions, they just put their hands up and go, I don't fucking know. Just like that, just like people buy parts, suspension parts, bolt them on, and they go, why isn't my car hooking? Sir, you have to adjust the control arm, you have to adjust the shocks, you have to adjust a lot of things. Oh, no, fuck that. I would just want to bolt shit in and go. I'm like, no, that doesn't exist. This just doesn't exist. So Tony got gapped today by a Greyhound. Hey, Alec, you ever had your Gen 1 have the crank go out of sync when power shifting? What? The crank went out of sync? Can you tell me what that means? How does a crank go out of sync? I'm not trying to be a dickhead, but the crank went out of sync? I don't know what that means. When I build my Forge short block, how big of a nitrous shot would you be comfortable tuning? No higher than a 200. After that, it becomes an intake puddling issue. I'd rather you go boost, not nitrous. Emissions compliance equals mob shakedown. Alex, when driving your Vortec Mustang, do you miss the low end torque from a positive displacement blower? I do, but nothing is better, in my opinion, than the top end charge of a Vortec car with a aggressive pulley. It just keeps pulling. It doesn't stop pulling. Whereas a TVS car gets up on the tire and it's like, holy shit. And then it tapers off after like 7,000 RPMs or 6,800. Dirty Germ became a Putti level member. Thank you very much, Dirty Germ. If you turn on your key and wait 50 seconds and you check engine light blinks 8 times, you're not in readiness for emissions. Easy way to check. I made a video about it. Nice 11-second clips. Tony is an NA pup. That Greyhound must have been boosted. That Greyhound was a retired race dog because they had a Greyhound track here. And they recently, in about the last year or year and a half, they passed a law where they made Greyhound racing illegal. And it'll be shutting down soon. So there's going to be a lot of Greyhounds out there available for adoption. And that is the sweetest, nicest, calmest dog. And then Tony comes into the yard and he's like, oh, I'm fucking flying. I mean, he was kicking up chunks of grass. I'm like, holy shit, this thing's ridiculous. So no ghost cam for 2012 stick car? Not boosted, no. NA, yes. All of them can get ghost cammed NA. Boosted, 13, 14, and then Gen 2 and up. Stick 13, 14. Someone said hit the like button. We got 285 viewers, 167 likes. Get the fuck on it, guys. Love you guys. Let's get on that. Whipple, don't taper off. It does taper off. Yeah, sorry, it does. Compared to a Vortec, it just flattens out. Sorry, it doesn't go straight up. When you look, you're arguing with a guy that does this for a living, and I see 30 to 70 dynographs, logs. I do this for a living. Turbos even taper off. Turbos come in hardcore with torque, then they taper off. They flatten out a little bit, depending on the cam profile too. But typically, the centrifugal just keeps going up in power. It doesn't really flatten out. Second channel tonight. We'll see. I got something going on tonight, so we'll see. I got to go to the gym. I got something going on, but I don't know if I'm going to do the second channel tonight. Alex, here in North Carolina, my homie who works at Goodyear got a letter saying if any car has aftermarket exhaust to fail their inspection. Yes, technically, anything done differently from the manufacturer, according to the letter of the law, is altering the way the car was built. And the way the EPA sees it is the cars that are built by Ford or whatever, and they have a VIN number, they should be as factory because any modifications therein are subject to failing inspection. And that's North Carolina, a southern-ish state. It needs an aggressive pulley. My 3.6 pulley is lackluster to me. Exactly. A 3.3 and up seems to be fucking badass. I'm about to direct port, got away from throttle body nitrous plates. 200. I'm telling you, nitrous is a dud for Coyotes. For Coyotes, nitrous is a dud. To me, it's a great addition for blower cars. Blower cars love nitrous. I just treat it like another pulley size down. Oh, you got a 100 shot? Okay, you got 2 pulley sizes down. You know, two more pounds of boost, or maybe 3. So that's kind of how I look at it. But Alex, Whipple doesn't taper off. My car's different. No. And then people argue with me all the time. No, Alex, you don't know what you're fucking talking about. I don't know what I'm talking about. Okay, got it. Understood. You who doesn't do it at all, but you're part of the Whipple Army gang. It doesn't taper off. Shut the fuck up. Stop it. Who you got? Wilder or Fury? Are you kidding me? Wilder is not a boxer. Wilder is not a boxer. The fight is gonna be dictated by Tyson Fury. If Tyson Fury wants to fight, he might get knocked the fuck out. If Tyson Fury wants to box, Wilder has no fucking shot. Can you get a ghost cam with cats on? Sure. It's just going to stink. Beaver, please. Any future mods for Tony or rematch against the Greyhound? He got fucked up by the Greyhound. He got nothing for that. Dropping a like. I'll be back, says Matthew McCarroll. Love it. Evan Smith became a Toting level member, and he's been a member for 6 months. Appreciate that. Nitrous is great for instant spool up on a small shot. Exactly. I think nitrous is a great supplemental power adder. I don't think it's a great main power adder, in my opinion. I'm building a 5.3 LS, and I was going to go single 80mm turbo. But a pulley down Vortex sounds a lot better. Built bottom end, of course. Okay, very good. I mean, 80mm turbos is going to be pretty nice. I mean, I'm not going to lie. 80mm turbo is going to make more power boost for boost because you're actually using 60 to 70 horsepower to pull the supercharger to make the power. So turbos are not a bad option. Look, in my opinion, turbos are king daddy. It's just more labor intensive than blowers, in my opinion. So if you want to if you want to be under the hood less often than not, superchargers are the way to go. Club says Tony needs 4 in the hit. Emil says Alex bought a 14 Shelby tuned by a different Alex. Okay, he says Alex, comma. I bought a 14 Shelby tuned by a different company. Do you recommend going back to them since they're familiar with the car, or straight start fresh with Lund? Built motor, 4.7 kidney bell, 1100 pump, E85, 6 speed. Why would familiar with the car? Emil, that combo is the most common GT500 max effort combo there is. You know what tune he'd get, Emil? My tune. That's right. We would start you with my tune, the Blue Cars tune. Big Kenny Bell throttle body, 4+ liter Whipple, 1700 injectors, E85, cams, and a big dumb 148. And then we just have to change your injector data and MAF curve data. That's it. And it will drive great. The last company knows more about the car. Look, if you want Lund Racing tuning, Lund Racing experience, expertise, that's on you. If you want to tune it with another company, that's on you also. I'm not going to beg for you to come to us. I think our tunes kind of speak for themselves, and our work and customer service speak for themselves within reason. But if you're more comfortable going with the other company, by all means, brother, have at it. Hey, Alex, 18 10-speed, 30,000 miles, just got it. Eventually, I'm going to go boost. Gonna put a blower because it's easy and reliable, less maintenance and turbos. Which supercharger do you recommend? Again, any of the big 3. Whether it be Pax and Vortec, to me, are the same supercharger. Whipple makes great power, good power, reliable. And any TVS, a TVS meaning Odin or a Loki, but a Loki's a stock throttle body application. So any of the big 3, you should be good to go. A centrifugal, a TVS, or a twin screw, you're good. Don't ask me about Kenny Bell. Because I don't even think they make an 18 blower. And if they do, I haven't heard about it. Like, I literally have not heard about it. Miniback Madman says, you're right. I might go turbo first. I'm going to build my own kit. What do you think of the oilless turbos? They're fine. But I go traditional. I don't get too fancy with stuff. What's a good shift point for an 18 manifold PMAS E85 FFE Gen 1 MT82 car? 7,500 RPMs. Because your cams are stock. The Alex tune, that's all the sauce. Shows code PO315. I don't know what is. Fixed it after crank relearn and back to limp mode after 1 power shift and pops the same code. What do you think it can cause that? So built for speed, if you're getting a PO315, that's a crank variation not learned code. That's not meaning that your crank is mistimed. It means your flywheel mass is either inconsistent, meaning a imbalanced flywheel, or you simply have a bad crank sensor. One of the two. London's King Daddy. London's the only way, period. Thank you guys. Appreciate that. Hot Sauce says London nothing. Kanye Sada said, looked up the Demon Core after yesterday's show. It was very interesting. Guys, the Demon Core was ridiculous. If you want to see weird airplanes, Dark Skies is a great channel to watch. Dark Skies. There have been nuclear powered, if I'm not mistaken, nuclear powered airplanes. Wait, what? Or at least something of a mini nuclear power plant in that. Like there was, like if you look up nuclear meltdowns, there was a nuclear. Oh man, you're gonna get me off here. So, first nuclear meltdown. It was a small, tiny shack somewhere. Laboratory first commercial power plant experience. Some core meltdown. Let me see it here. Nuclear meltdown. Okay, come on. Where is it? What's the name of it? The Santa Susana Field Laboratory. Copy. And it's let me go to YouTube and look it up. I think a guy got impaled by a rod. One of the uranium, whatever the fuck's the rods. The Santa Susana Field Laboratory. What you didn't know. So yeah, there's the America's worst nuclear disaster, Santa Susana Field Lab, Simi Valley, California. That's not it. There was one where a guy was literally impaled. Man impaled by uranium rod. Is it uranium? Number 7 shield plug, top of nuclear reactor. Impaled the man through his groin and exited his shoulder, pinning him to the ceiling. SL1. Oh, here we go. Let's go to YouTube and do SL1. SL-1. This is good. Oh, there you go. The SL1 disaster. Look it up, guys. The SL1 disaster was a very small nuclear reactor, and it melted down and caused one of the rods to literally pin the dude in the ceiling. It went up his nutsack, out of his shoulder, and it pinned him in the ceiling. Right here, Google or YouTube SL-1, the SL-1 disaster. Gory. Love it. Love that shit. Matthew became a Putty level member. Evan Smith already did that. What's up? Became a Putty level member on Sunday for channel support. Great content and always enjoy the show. Smash the like button whenever I watch. I love that. Appreciate you, sir. YouTube, Kyle Hilly's nuclear series. So good. Maybe later on. SL1 reactor. Exactly. You guys got it. Idaho Army reactor. Pulled fork fajitas for dinner tonight. Mini bag. Man, good for you. Pulled pork. Alec, what a piece of shit I am. Code just popped up. Alex, what is POS I am? Code just popped up. I switched from another tuner because they said I had a faulty throttle body from Whipple. 2 revisions later from Lund, the car runs amazing with no issues. Love you guys. Right now, we have a guy right now that has a Whipple 170 in a 09 GT500. I know for a fact that throttle body sucks. I'm going to suggest he gets a CJ65, TJ67. That's it. Because that Whipple 170, the elliptical, has never been a reliable throttle body. But for whatever reason, people want it to work as a daily driver setup. And I'm like, stop it. Stop it. A CJ65 or a TJ67 is going to lose maybe 10 horse, which you'll never notice. And it's going to be insanely reliable and drive great. Holy fuck, pinned to the ceiling by a uranium rod through the groin? Exactly. Watch, I already got that. What up, perro? I'm here to give you the thumbs up. Catch you later. Thank you, Ray Ray. Second shift says Joe Rogan with David Fravor is a must watch. He's an F-18 pilot that chased a UFO in 2004 and got it on camera. Look, the Bob Lazar stuff is amazing. If you guys don't know who Bob Lazar is, just watch all of his interviews. He has a complete documentary style movie on Netflix. He's been on Joe Rogan. He's talked about his stuff since the late 80s, early 90s, about how he worked at, S1 or whatever the fuck. I swear people inherently hate learning. I think people don't want to know. Look, I understand that if I want something done right, I got to do it myself. And I'm highly contemplating doing the engine swap myself on the white car. But I know that's going to require over $2,000 in tools that I don't have. Like a bend pack lift, an engine hoist, and maybe a big bladder to contain all the fluids that are going to fall out of it, because I don't want to make a mess on the garage floor, because it's a lease thing, and then it can bleed off to the other garages. So I'm not looking to make a mess. So I know it's going to cost about $2,000 just in tools just to do the swap myself, but I almost think it's worth it because I can take my time. I can do it at my leisure, and I'll learn a lot. I will learn so much. Because by the end of it all, I'll say, Jesus Christ, I could have probably bypassed 13 steps. And it's going to take me a while. And that's okay if it takes me a while. And I'll document it along the way. But I'm not going to make like a video series taking a motor out. I mean, Aldo takes a motor out in 2 hours. Like, boom, done. So there's nothing special to watch there. Kim McCarty says, ready for the upcoming shootout. Let's see if I can go a few rounds. Nothing but built cars in there. Bro, the race on Desert 1320 with the Fox body and the 240, that Fox body 60 foots like 1.2s on the street. I have to buy me a sprayer. I have to go somewhere and prep a 100-foot patch somewhere. I have to get like big country and find a road somewhere in Big and see if I can prep it so that I can launch the sucker and learn a little bit about prepping a road, because honestly, the track's going to close pretty soon. And the street shit is going to be spitting hot fire. So why not try it out? Find a place where it's desolate. I can just spray. No one's going to fuck with me. And if a cop catches me spraying, I'm like, oh, I'm just killing weeds, bro. With my red car on a trailer. Lazar was S4 at Area 51. Thank you. Harbor Freight, son, no. Harbor Freight, I'm not getting under a car that has Harbor Freight anything. Alex, on a Gen 2 manual, would you go VMP Gen 3 or a Paxton? Shit. Where'd you go? You retracted the statement? Well, fuck you then. You didn't mention Pro Charger. I thought they were supposed to be the best centrifugal. Yeah, okay. Trust me, I never said that. I had to down my Whirlpool throttle body in 4 weeks. Had to limp mode like 40 times, but got it working, says A. Wheeler. A tool shopping spree. $2,000 a lot of money, but I would do the bend pack scissor lift thing. I would do a nice hoist. I would do that thing that I don't want to take that. I don't want to take the engine out from the bottom. I'm gonna take it out from the top. So I have to disconnect the transmission separately. So it might take me a long time to do all that stuff. You just need a hoist. I just need a hoist. Okay. How am I gonna get the I got to lift the car up in the air to get to the trans, the cross member, the drive shaft. I am not doing it with this much room between me and the fucking exhaust. No, I want to be comfortable underneath there. Or get the race ramps. But the problem is getting the car up on the race ramp is going to be an issue, because I don't want to drive it. Yeah, that Fox is crazy, says Cuban Coyote. Alex, on a Gen 2 manual, would you go VMP? Already got Gen 2 manual. Would you go VMP Gen 3 or Paxton from Beefcake for a daily driver? I know both will hit 650, no problem. Not sure in terms of fun and drivability. Both will meet your needs. Both will meet your needs. In other words, I wouldn't recommend one over the other. Now, if you were to say racing, I'd say, well, depends on your trans setup, this and that. The Paxton with a 3.3 and a 20% is deadly. It's fucking fast, especially on the top end. So is the VMP Gen 3 with a 2.4 upper and a 15%. So, it's one of those things. And Matt Maynard gave me $5. Thank you very much. I appreciate you, sir. Second Shift Racing says, what annoys you at the track when racing at events? What annoys me the most at a track and racing event? I don't know that nothing annoys me more than a track that isn't well prepared. I'm next to Palm Beach International Raceway, the most inept, unkept track that I know of. They're supposedly rumoring that they're going to do a drag week in Florida. So that would be what? Orlando, PBIR, Bradenton, and maybe Gainesville, right? That'd be cool. So PBIR, this is how it goes, right? They prep the track in the first thing at 5 o'clock. Then they send out the street cars, because they're usually the first one that show up. So they send them out. They do 3 or 4 back-to-back runs. Bam, 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 bam. Sprayer never comes out again. They drag it. Slicks and drag radials, come on out. Lanes 5 and 6 or 7 and 8. Lanes 7 and 8, slicks and drag radials, come on out. Spin, 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 spin. So the smart guys, you know what they do? They don't even run till 9 o'clock. They say, I ain't going to even fucking get my car off the trailer till 9 o'clock. Then 9 o'clock comes around. You're ready. The track's sticky because there's enough rubber down. You're ready. You're up there. Then the Honda or a shit-ass Maverick or some shit-ass car goes up and just dumps his diff fluid all over the shit. It's over. That day is over. they're not going to get that done and cleaned up in a couple of minutes. Texas 2K, every GTR, every front wheel drive blew up, shit everywhere. They had that shit fixed. Now, I get it. That's a big event. They had a bunch of people, cost a lot of money, a lot of employees. I get it. But at least have a quarter of that. No, at Palm Beach International Raceway, if a guy blows his shit up, go home. They're not even going to try to fix it. Go home. We'll just fix it some other time. And you're like, oh, you're not going to clean it up? Nope, go home. That's what bothers me the most about tracks. Unprepared tracks. Here we go. Gonzo the Great says, Bob told the world about Element 115. The world said he was full of it, and now it's on periodic table, but he's supposed to be a liar. The God Particle. GTR's Coca-Cola. Alex, I wasn't trying to say you said ProCharger was the best. I heard you say from others and wanted to know what you thought. Everyone here knows what I think about ProChargers. It's kind of beating a dead horse. I love you 11-second clips. I just don't need to make every single show about ProCharger. You know, I mentioned them plenty of times. I've told you what the pros and cons of it are. I just don't want to beat a dead horse. You know, because it's just kind of like Paxton or Vortec is what I recommend for centrifugals. ProChargers make power. You want to put a ProCharger in a car? Have at it, brother. You have my blessing. Hey Alex, does a 2.9 Whipple Coyote need a retune for running long tube headers? It's on 85 as well as running the front O2 sensors plugged in with no O2 sensor extensions. Lost build mechanic? No, you don't need a revision. When some random guy tells Alex at the track that he doesn't have a two-step, oh, Angel Jovel, that was wonderful. That was wonderful. He literally looked at me and goes, you fucking liar. You don't got a two-step. And I got mad. Like my blood rushed up and I'm like, what? What's that? And he was like confused. Then he wanted to ask me why I have a two-step on the car. I'm like, no, just shut up. Just get away from me. Thank you for the advice. Makes sense when you say it that way, says Emil M. Got it. We have a 19 that was wrecked and it had a London gauge ambient air and headers. We got a 21 to replace it. Can we use the N gauge for the 21? No, you cannot. RTD or HP tuners only. Sorry, just no access. But you can use it to log, I think. I think you use it to log. Will Affirm have a booth at FL2K? They better. Hope everyone had a good day dropping in to leave a like. Thank you, Jared Wells. I appreciate you very much. 11-second eclipse. That's okay. Sorry I missed those episodes. I'll check your old videos. Exactly. What do you think the red car will be okay with? Okay. Do you think the car will be okay with 7-in-line launch PSI Cuban? That's 100% on you and whoever's prepping. If country's prepping and the car seems to be hooking like the way it's hooking, yes. But you're going to have to do some, if they allow you, do they allow 2 burnouts? Oh, Cuban, you want to do this? Negotiate 2 burnouts. Then do a regular, oh, this is the best. Negotiate 2 burnouts, Cuban. I need 2 burnouts. And they're like, all right, bet. 2 burnouts, sick, bet. Do a burnout, come back and do a launch. Do a launch. And then if it spins, back it down. If it hooks a 7 to 9 PSI, and they're going to go, whoa, what the fuck happened? Oh, I tried to do a burnout, but it hooked, but I'm good. Let's go. That's how you do it. Negotiate 2 burnouts, do a burnout, back up, launch the car, and say, hey, that was my burnout. I just didn't spin. And then they're like, fuck, he just got a free lick. Can you imagine the people stopping in the Affirm booth? Hey, man, can you spot me 100 to go buy the raffle tickets? The Affirm booth should be there and have a badass Wi-Fi connection because if the Mickey Thompson tire truck is there, yeah, Affirm is going to get a lot of business. Second Shift Racing, hypothetically, if I requested and pushed for you to go on Joe Rogan, would you talk? Of course. But who am I? I'm a nobody, dude. Who the fuck would watch me on Joe Rogan? You guys will. 270 of you, sure. But of course, if you had a connection, and what the fuck am I going to talk about? Like, what the fuck am I going to talk about on Joe Rogan's show? It's car shit only. Yeah. How many days you going to be at FL2K? I'll be there Saturday and Sunday. I'm going to leave Friday. I'll be there Friday night, hanging out. And then probably be there late because I'm going to leave here like after work. I'm not going to take a day off to go to fucking FL2K. Fuck that. I work. I'm a responsible human being. But once I leave here, Tony's going to be boarded up. I got Tony boarded. Got Tony a nice little hotel suite with some side chick. And I'm going to get out of here and drive 3+ hours with La Mama Lona and head up there and then hang out with the guys. Jake, his wife, Mikey. I think John Jr. might swing by. We think the same. It's 2 burnouts. It's called dry hop. We do that often. Nice. I like it. Damn, Alex, that's damn good. Thanks for the 2 burnout tip. Always negotiate 2 burnout. Guys, if you're street racing, always negotiate 2 burnouts. So you go, and get up on the chip. Oh, it launched good. If it spun, back down the launch boost or the 2-step. That's how I do it. I'll be there in Cuban with Cuban. Let's roll, says Matt 760 in the house. I just tuned his old P51 intake. That's like the only one that's tuning good. Your old one, the original, the OG with the plastic housing, seems to be doing well. All the others, bro, I got to adjust them 800 times. Michael Krupp says, well, Lund tuned my 96 Opel with a 4-cylinder and I spray. I'm done. What's next? What's the max horsepower wheel? You'll have to see it on NA Motor Coyote. Just curious if I should do that or save for a blower. 580? 580? Fucking 10 PSI blower, 650. Like, stop it. It's not even it's not even something you should think about. In terms of, I've seen that Lund is tuned, but there's Mike Washington who has a pretty exotic car that makes like 800 wheel, but NA, but fuck that. Bring me shit, I'll pay. Bring me a shirt, I'll pay. No, I'm not going to bring you a shirt. You mean like YDBT shirts? I think all I have is like larges, and a lot of you are big boys. So I think I have some extra larges and some larges. I will give them away. I will bring them to FL2K and give them away. I have limited sizes. I want them out of my fucking life. You see the forecast for Saturday? Is shaking my head. I'll be there, though. I'll be there. Fuck it. I'm going to hang out. Good time at FL2K. I wish I could make it out there hang someday. Alex, anything wrong with manually shifting my Gen 1.6 R80 transmission? Yeah, it's not going to... The shifting that you're doing is not going to be as good as if it's dialed in drive. It's going to be good enough because it's like truck snow mode in Gen 1 cars. It's not like a true proper shift schedule with the right shift pressures, with the right torque converter. No, it's better to just leave it in drive. But Tony should be mated with a Greyhound. I don't know if that would work though. He don't got enough dick. The vagina is bigger than his fucking head. Don't forget, when you go NA, you need a lot of wholesale bits. Mini by Batman says, send me a large. Send you a large. What's up, bitcho? Tuning in to gonna watch later. Thank you, George Garcia. I appreciate it. We got about 9 minutes left. It's an hour show. We get it in, get it done really quickly on the YDBT dailies because, you know, it's just a bro talk, hang out after work or before you go into work, have a little show to watch. The weatherman can't predict weather back east. It's too volatile. Look, the forecast in Florida, if they say rain all day, it's a hurricane. There is no such thing as rain all day in Florida. I've never seen rain all day in Florida. If the weatherman was accurate, he'd say in Florida, it's going to rain between Southern and Okeechobee, but everywhere else it's going to be fine. That's a very accurate forecast in Florida. Between Southern and Okeechobee, between west of 95 and east of the Turnpike. Yeah, that's between Southern and Okeechobee, west of 95, east of the Turnpike, it's going to rain at 4 o'clock. Everywhere else, it's usually sunny. I live in an area that just happens to have a pop-up rainstorm for like 10 minutes every day during the summer. During the winter, no rain. The weatherman can't get that. Okay, looks like I'm going boost, says Coyote 666. Large, save me one for Dustin Engler. I'm just gonna bring him in the truck and whatever goes. Left my like. Have a good day, man. Catch you later. Thank you, Slow99 for liking. Alex, how's the family? Says Poorboy313. Wife bought a 19 F-150 4-door XL TV8. What would be a good mod for starters? Cold air. We saw on my video that the cold air is worth like 30 horse. No, wait a minute. 20 horse. It was worth like 20 horse because the stock box is so restrictive. So a cold air, first thing, cold air and a tune to extend the rev range and to adjust the shifts. Boy, what a difference that makes. I went from going 13.5 to 12.9 with those two changes. Took the cap back off, tune E85 because it's flex fuel already, and I put a little stubby filter on the stock cold air, and it ended up going half a second quicker. But first gear is predictive, right? All gears are predictive. all gears are like that. You don't say. So launch and drive is your best bet. Rain for 3 minutes, says a Wheeler. Coyote. Alex, honestly, what do you think is a better platform, engine, Coyote or LS? Okay. It depends. Let's just have a good conversation for a couple of minutes. It depends. To me, if you don't want to open up the Coyote ever, if you want to open up the engine ever and just boost and fuel, nothing comes close to a Coyote. Nothing. Even the Godzilla motor, you got to stuff a cam in it. So you put a Gen 2 bottom end, Gen 2 long block or a Gen 3 long block, boost, fuel, you can go 8s. Now, some people don't like the size of the Coyote. So if you have a limited space, then you can go LS. I don't care, go LS. But in Mustangs and Fox bodies, Coyotes fit. They fit. In all Mustangs and all Fox bodies, Coyotes fit. If you have some platform that has a tiny amount of room, I understand why people like the LS. I understand it. Do I like the LS? Fuck no. I like vagina. I'm a straight male. I love vagina. Hence, I do not like the LS. I like not having to open it up because there is no LS on the planet. On the planet, sealed, unopened, nothing. Intake to oil pan and just boost and fuel that makes 1,000 to the tire. Sorry. Show me that one. Show me that one. Whoa! Then they start thinking, shit, I got to put a cam in it. Shit, I got to put heads in it. Right. I'm talking nothing is done to it. Intake manifold to oil pan except boost and fuel. Show me any LS that made 1,000. Show me. Go ahead. Show me. But cam. No. Nothing done to it. Stock cam. Stock intake manifold. Stock. It's not going to happen. In an electric world, will you ever give up ICE? No. Something was always going to have internal combustion engine 100%. Always. Forever. Second shift racing. Jim Hogg says S197 4R200, what gear ratio for street action? Currently 315. Calm down the hit. Nah, 373. 4R200? Oh, you need 373s. 373s. Easy. Appreciate the great content, Alex. Going FL2K with my girl. Hope to see you there and snag a shirt. Weekend 50 will do. What cold air do you recommend? Data-wise, PMAS. Data-wise. That's it. That's the only one I recommend because it has great data. The others work, but PMAS has the great data, and Clip Clop the Horse nailed it. Coyote's been number one since 2015. Easy, 100%. I remember seeing that huge shirt stack in the back of your Tahoe at Texas 2K, giving one away to anyone who would take it. Exactly. I'm just like, look, here you go. Here you go. I am not looking to make money. If I was a fucking cunt, I'd be there. Oh, buy one of these for entry for a giveaway on my Cobra. No, I'm not a fucking cuck. Thank you. I'll take 3 valve over an LS. That's only half gay. You're racing the blue car at FL2K? No, fuck. I'm not racing anything at FL2K. I am just there to watch. I want to just check it out to see if it's something I want to be a part of. Just like I did with Texas 2K. I went 2 or 3 years in a row, looked at it. I'm like, I want to be a part of this. And then I went for like 3 or 4 years in a row racing cars. So I want to see if I want to do that with FL2K. I don't actually know, but the LS I can think of that maybe could do it with the LS9 and the ZL1 Corvette. No, it doesn't. Not 1,000. Nope. So then the Coyote is better, period. In my opinion, if you don't want to open up the motor, it's fine. And packaging is a little more difficult with the Coyote because it's so big. The heads are so big. The block is tiny. The heads are big because they're a dual overhead cam. LS has nice packaging. So if you're willing to put a cam in it, fuck with the heads, turbo and boost, it's going to make good power, period. I'd buy some YDBT dirt. I thought that said shirt, but then I read it. I'm like, dirt. Like I would say, like, you know, look, this is what I tell people. Alex, I want to pay you regardless of what's happening. I want to pay you for the shirt. I go, do me a favor, man. Take that money and like subscribe to my channel or, you know, buy Vinyl Freaks and Company shirt and have something because I can't charge you and feel okay about it. Because I'm not providing a service. Those shirts, if I bring them, it's to give them away. It's not to, you know, to make money on them. I already that time has passed. Michael Nunn says the data on PMAS is good. That being said, do they make the most power? It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. When you have anything over 110 millimeter, 120 millimeter on a car, it all makes similar power. It all makes similar power. Maybe you're going to vary. Look, back to back, a bone stock Mustang will vary 3 to 5 horsepower on a dyno. So if I take a PMAS cold air intake, go make, 400 horsepower, then I put a JLT in it and it makes 395. Then I put a P51 and it makes 402. Then I put a Steeda, then it makes 401. They're all performing the same. You helped me out one night at like 12:30 when the tunes got mixed up in the queue and made my 6R80 not come out of park. Still appreciate that. Damn it, Bobby. I appreciate you, sir. Look, I'm willing to help people out, especially if I'm up. Look, sometimes I'm up at 2 in the morning and 661 is hitting me up. Yo, we just got that fucking CTSV. I'm like, damn, badass. You know, let me see a log. Like an idiot. Doing a valve springs in my single turbo car soon. Buddy has comp cam, stage 3 blower cams. Should I pick these up or stay stock cams for under 1,000 horsepower? Nah, I'd always get cams. I would always get cams. Exactly. Cuban says, Kari, get a stage 3 all motor cams. Yeah, stage 3 blower cams are not as good as NA cams in my opinion, and people for whatever reason don't understand that, but I can swing them whichever way I want. And stage 3 NAs have always been the better ones on Gen 3 Mustang, sorry. The comp stage 2 seem to be king daddy. All right, guys, I'm going to get the hell out of here. YouTube says, been watching the videos on the Demon Core, Elephant's Foot, and Chernobyl related vids. I love it, love it. That will then pop up a bunch of it'll fuck up your algorithm and you'll see you saw the elephant's foot. We suggest you watch this, and it's going to take you down the rabbit hole and you will love it and you'll learn so much and you'll have so many things to talk about because of the stuff that you see based on those video recommendations. I'm out of here, guys. Tomorrow, another YDBT Daily at 5 p.m. after work. Then Friday I'm off because I'm going to be working, then heading up to FL2K. So if I see you at FL2K, say hi. Don't be shy. Say hello. That weekend, I am there to socialize. I am not there to run my car. I'm not working on anyone's car. I am literally there to socialize and watch and enjoy myself. So if you see me around, say hello. We'll talk a little bit, shoot the shit. I'll buy you a fucking soda. We'll fuck later. Who the fuck knows? You might get lucky and get a reach around. Never know. All right, guys, I'm out of here. See you guys tomorrow.